57, here we come. We got all our crew behind us, riding with us. It's going to be a long trip. We got our tickets dirt cheap, like right on the ringside. So we're ready. We're pedaling along. We're going to make it out there. But we had to drop you guys a video before we left, or in other terms, while we're riding. Yeah. So it's on defensive labbing. It's almost exactly the same way we do offensive labbing, except you don't have the ball.
Or it's, just defense.
Yeah.
You don't have to describe that.
Correct. So it's defensive ball. Okay. So we're going to go about showing you how to do that, and then we're going to touch base with you again a few miles down the road. All right. All right, guys, defensive labbing. What you're going to do, we picked cover 3 match, and we're going to run it. It works real well against tight plays, excuse me. You can pick really anyone that has a route that you can't audible to, like the zig under. C routes right here, that halfback angle, and that C route you can't audible to. So you want to pick something that has unique routes to start out with. And that's what we're going to pick. We're going to pick halfback angle. Now you're going to come out, and just like offense, you're just going to run it stock with nothing down there. So we're on the line with Ford. What we're trying to do right here, though, is bump the drag or stop the drag. Because otherwise, in practice mode, he'll ditch that off to the drag every single time. It doesn't. We want the routes and the plays to develop perfect.
Wow.
So that will eat us alive.
Yeah.
And that's a common thing with cover 3 this year. Everybody's streaking their tight ends because up the seams you're open. So we'll watch the replay real quick, but everybody saw it. The tight end just torched us. So you only have those 2 hook curls out there, and they're not going to carry with the tight end, as he goes up the seam. So if you notice the drag kind of gets bumped a little bit. We tried to stifle the angle route a little bit too, to just see the routes develop. The drags will be open, guys. I mean, if you put hard flats on there all day, you're going to get burnt over the top. So it's almost like a bend don't break philosophy.
Yep. And let's see.
So if you look at it here, that's kind of like
streak.
Yeah, Sherman was there. I mean, he broke after
that's not open
after the play was after it was thrown, and we redirect here. So he still gets off and gets away and gets the catch. So in my estimation, what the best thing to do on that is to put Tart in like a mid read.
Yeah.
To carry with him. So to do that, you're going to vacate his zone. So what we do is we have Ford in the defensive tackle spot, and he's got the speed and the zone principles that are pretty good. I wouldn't do that with Buckner.
Yeah, of course.
Or some of these other guys.
The 49ers are pretty hacky.
Very versatile.
Yeah.
So we're going to put him in a vert hook over there to maybe carry with the tight end as he goes vertical, and we're going to go mid-read. We're going to user Warner here and try to bump the drag and, hover over the angle route if that's, what we need to do, and they go deep. And Sherman's there.
Okay.
So, nice. That route's on lock.
Yeah.
So, that's it. In essence, now what you're going to do is you're going to keep running this play until you feel comfortable with everything that you've seen. You're going to run it against, there's 12 plays in this particular formation. Yeah. But here, if you look at the replay, Warner, we're using him, so we're in the middle. We're kind of shadowing the quarterback. Didn't want to throw the drag, obviously, and the angle route hadn't developed yet because they got bumped right off the line, so that caused some congestion. And then, as you see, Tart did his job. He was over the tight end. That's not open. So then we look, like we said here. Here comes the drag across the field. We got that, and then the angle route's behind us, but maybe if he was more patient and we continued to follow the drag, but that's when, as a user, you circle back around and try to bait him.
Right.
And then you have the C route gets rerouted by the other defensive tackle. We have Solomon in there right now, I think, just because of his block shed. But if you notice, his route doesn't even fully develop by the time the ball's thrown. So that's essentially taking one route off the field because, look, Carr's getting pressure right now from Armstead. Fights off the double team and gets the block shed. Wow. So Look at him. He's going to break right now. And look at what. Bless his heart. He's still trying to run his route. He doesn't even realize the play's over.
Oh, wow.
Man, that guy deserves a contract extension. But all for naught. So that kind of almost like a little mini wheel route. Yeah. Sherman plays it real well. We have confidence in Sherman with the, having him match up against some of the tougher routes. So,
and even if you give up that drag or that angle, it's only 2 to 5 yards. So it's something you're willing to give up in that situation.
And you got enough personnel behind it to, shut it down further. So once you're comfortable with all that, you just continue to run plays until you get smoked by something. I mean, and these, obviously, guys, these aren't taking into account hot routes and things like that. That's something you'd have to do with a partner or with 2 controllers. But we're just this is just defensive labbing 1.0. So you basically, with we made 2 or 3 coverage adjustments because we're going to end up pressing. We always move the line away from the running back in case it's, an inside zone or something like that. But, those seam flats are doing what they're supposed to do until we get exposed on those. We're going to continue to do that. So here, he only sends out 2 routes.
2 routes.
Guys, if you can't cover 2 routes, you might go play FIFA or something. I don't know what to tell you.
And we still sacked them.
And we still got to them. I think we had 3 guys on each route. So that obviously works, And again, if you give the illusion that you're going to blitz, a lot of times this year the blitzes come in so fire that they're going to max protect. So you might have a time where there's 2 or 3 guys. Now there we go. That the seam flat didn't get over. So now I'm not exactly sure why that happened. We're going to go in the replay and find out. Because that seam flat should have carried over with him. I'm not exactly sure what happened. So that's Verrett's responsibility right there in the nickel. Oh. Yeah, it looks like when we pressed, he's right on top of Armstead.
Yeah. And then trips.
And then trips and tries to, kind of check and release the... Yeah. Okay, so that might be something that right here we adjust to after we make our normal adjustments. It's the same ones we've been making. That's how fast it takes, guys. A couple adjustments. And then we move Verrett over and then we get back to our user. Unless they're quick snapping you should be fine. So we're gonna go here. I'm going with the drag.
3
he
yards.
Had a step on me. He got a couple yards. If that's what he wants to throw, that was kind of a quick throw. And that's the thing with practice mode. They're gonna get rid of the ball as soon as they can, for the most part. But there's the same adjustments we're making. We're going to see how this one plays out. Oh, I got, I ended up following there was a route going across the middle, and I should have released him to the zones. Right. But so that's a user error. So we're not going to make any additional adjustments for that. No reason to put a hard flat or anything crazy. Okay, we'll go again. Boom, Sherman's there.
Money.
The seam flat was right there too in support. So that worked. I think that was the route from earlier.
Yeah.
And again, they've only got 9 plays out of this particular formation. So somebody that runs this might do a lot of hot routes and things like that. We move Verrett over so he doesn't get caught up. So his seam flat gets there. And, with this formation, nobody's wide, so there's really not a cover 3 beater over the top. Oh, how'd he get open? See, and that's the thing, too. There's, every play runs a little different.
Yeah.
And they make mistakes. They blow coverage sometimes, but we're going to find out what happened here if we need to make any zone adjustments from that particular play. But it's user error.
Yeah.
Like I'm following him. He's covered.
Yeah.
To follow him over that's a bonehead play on my part. I didn't release him in time. Well, I was kind of fooled by the seam flat.
Yeah, the seam flat didn't follow.
Follow, and you guys got to know that. You got to. That's the thing too, is know what the responsibilities are of each zone. I don't know if something's underneath there or why he didn't follow with him.
Right.
But I should have.
That's just one out of the 20 plays that we've done.
And it's user. I could have followed him or maybe bumped him or checked him a little bit.
Yeah.
And then rolled after that. But I didn't need to follow that other cat into coverage. It's a little bit of overkill. So that's basically it, guys. You just continue to run this play. And then what you can do is you'll have peace of mind when it comes game time to be like, if they come at you, you know, you can shade the cloud flats. You can put a spy out there if you're facing Mahomes or whatever. So it just gives you guys peace of mind. I missed the tackle, but it's 3-yard gain. So, all right, fellas.
Peace.
Nice.
Closing thoughts. One last time to talk some trash before we are done with this show. Closing thoughts. We gonna run a mouse before you guys decide you're gonna click off.
Dude, where are we?
Bro, listen, I swear to God, we were supposed to take a left back there.
Who still writes down directions?
It's in Sharpie. You can't see. Oh.
Closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. So, essentially what we're working with is defensive labbing. That's all we talked about in this video. On a side note, guys, I don't know where we are. Honestly, we may not make the game.
Mm-mm.
But we got this video out to you. I think we have 1 bar of Wi-Fi, so we'll go ahead and upload
It's
it.
our last message to the world.
Right. So, you know, they'll find us. But anyway, defensive labbing, it's essentially the same as offense. You're going to pick a play, let it run out. You're going to see where your weaknesses are, and you're going to adapt from there. Then you're going to run it through the rest of the playbook. And if you don't have to make an abundance of adjustments, then that's what you pick. If you see on the little icon down at the bottom of the screen, you're playing somebody, he's running gun tight, flex or whatever the heck it's called, then you're going to know, okay, that's cover 3 match. And I do like these adjustments.
And just like that, you shut down an entire formation.
Exactly.
In one zone.
And he will hot route and things like that, but you can't hot route to C routes. You can't hot route to corners unless they got, some kind of hot route chemistry. So, and then you got your users. So it definitely helps, guys. And we obviously can't go through every playbook, but at the same time, really everybody out there only uses a couple of playbooks. Yeah. So, that's it, guys. I mean, hopefully this isn't our last video. Somebody will drive by, I'm sure. So we'll check you later, guys, because remember, we're always tipping, never tricking. Hey, we did it together. Nice.
Oh, shoot.
Hey. How about a hug?